Hello, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Today we are making carrot cake. Carrot cake is one of the easiest cakes to make. Involves combining a whole lot of delicious grated carrots, some nuts, use brown sugar, and then flour. You don't have to cream your butter and sugar, and you don't need to include milk. So it's very good for people who don't take milk or who are lactose intolerant. So the ingredients for carrot cake are dry ingredients are flour, baking soda, salt, and cinnamon. They've all been combined here, sieved, and we used a whisk to combine everything together. Today we are baking. The quantity we are making is to fill an 8-inch pan. So here we have grated carrots. For your carrots, I recommend you use baby carrots, not too small and not too big. They are the best. And then when grating, make sure they are grated not too long, just the size should be just normal. And then we have our eggs. I've already added vanilla flavor to the eggs. We have our raisins, and then we have I'm using almond nuts. Now for the raisins, one thing raisins are dried fruits. So when you use your raisins in the dried form, they tend to absorb any moisture available in the cake even after baking. That's why a lot of people end up with dry carrot cakes when they use raisins inside. So I recommend that you could boil your raisins with tea. You could just boil them like that, boil in tea, boil in fruit juice, or soak in alcohol, just like you are soaking for fruit cakes, to ensure that the raisin is soft and doesn't absorb any extra moisture from your carrot cake. So it's time to start. For our 8-inch carrot cake, I'm using half cup. So a cup should be full, as in properly full. That's half cup. Then a quarter cup of oil, 1/8 cup of oil, and half of 1/8. Half of 1/8 is actually 1 tablespoon. In lieu of the tablespoon, you can just decide to do an estimate. Just make sure you get all the excess oil into the sugar. So I just poured that into our mixture of brown and white sugar. I like to work with light brown sugar. So using your whisk, if you want to use your mixer, you can mix at speed, let's say speed 3, medium speed, between 2 and 4 should be fine. So you use your whisk, combine the sugars and the oil, and then after that you add your eggs one at a time. For carrot cake, you like to use big eggs, these large eggs, and when you mix in one at a time, it also helps your cake to be fluffy. That's the last egg. Carrot cake is very fast to make, very fast. So once you've done, there's no need to over mix it. Once the egg has combined with the sugars and oil, you drop your whisk and then you switch to spatula. We are adding these dry ingredients in 3 additions and folding in. With each addition, we are folding in. The moment the flour is combined, you can see it's not being fully combined. You don't have to wait for it to fully combine, so you don't over mix it. The moment it's combined, you add the next one until you add the third, until you get to the third addition, until you add in everything. So this is okay. At this point, add our carrots. Our almonds. The almonds are lightly toasted, but you can also add them raw. It's a matter of preference. You can add them raw, but please make sure you chop them. You don't get them too big and you don't get them too small. And make sure that the client is not someone who is sensitive to nuts. And then our raisins. And then you fold them. Fold in. And that is all. This whole process, I don't think it took up to 10 minutes. That's all. That's everything. You don't need to overmix. You don't need to overfold. You don't need to overthink it. That's all. So now we are pouring our mixture into an 8-inch pan. Those beautiful carrots. You can even add more carrots than what we have in the recipe. Just makes your cake taste yummy. That's that. Bake in the oven at between 350 and 400 degrees Fahrenheit, or between 150 and 170 degrees Celsius. Optimum temperature 160 degrees Celsius. I think from like 40 minutes, 30-40 minutes, you can check. Make sure you don't overbake. Your cakes don't overstay in the oven so they don't dry out. Once you insert your skewer and it comes out clean, your cake is good to go. Carrot cakes are very flavorful.